Hi, I'm Derek and welcome to Graham's Garden. This is the start of something I've been wanting to do for a while. I'm going to take you through our beekeeping seasons from start to finish and hopefully give you a real look at what it means to be a backyard beekeeper. But before I get into any of that, I'm going to answer the question I get asked most frequently. Why bees? Why beekeeping? My wife and I had been drawn to the idea of a more self-sufficient lifestyle, growing our own food, producing things with our own hands. And my wife's grandmother at the time had a beautiful property right up against the mountains. She had large gardens, plenty of flower beds, lots of wildflowers, and she taught us how to get started. I ended up asking Graham if we could keep a couple hives on her property, and without question she said yes. So the following spring I placed my first 2 colonies on the property. And that place, Graham's Garden, is where we got our start. That's where our name comes from, and that's what started this whole venture. Graham is an incredible resource, and she continues to be an incredible resource to us. If you take a walk through the woods with her, she can name everything that most people just walk right by. Weeds, herbs, flowers, trees. She's incredibly knowledgeable, and she's honestly a big reason of why we got started and why we keep going. So what I didn't expect is how much I would love it. Despite the early failures and mistakes that I made, I ended up killing a queen accidentally in a mite wash. We dealt with laying workers. I spent way too long in the colonies trying to find the queen, and I struggled to understand the life cycle of a bee and the timeline and how it applies to the beekeeping season. But what I love about beekeeping is getting into the hives. I don't think about anything else. It's almost meditative for me. I just focus on exactly what I'm doing. I'm looking at the frames, trying to understand what the bees need, if anything. I'm listening to the buzz, the tone of the wings vibrating, trying to determine the mood of the colony. And trust me, they'll let you know if they're not happy. And that's what I love about it. It's something completely different. I get to focus on one thing and care for these creatures. So right now I'm managing 6 hives in central Pennsylvania. I'm not a commercial beekeeper. I'm not a sideliner. I'm a true backyard beekeeper. And I think there's real value in showing what that looks like and how to manage colonies on a smaller scale. So I'm going to take you through my beekeeping season from start to finish. I'm going to show you what you need to get started. I'm going to go over costs, how I set up my hive, and I'll take you through our honey harvest. So whether you're starting out or you're just curious about what it means to be a backyard beekeeper, I hope you find something useful here. I'd like for you to stick around, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming, and drop a comment with your questions. What are you curious about? What's holding you back? If you're an existing beekeeper just getting started, let me know your struggles too. So let's get into it. I'll see you next time in Graham's Garden.